Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here we go. We are live. All right, here we go. We are live. It's another Sunday. And I am here with Miss Seno. Give me one moment. I'm trying to troubleshoot. My phone did this last week. It's not the first week. It showed me how many people I had on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not showing me. Let's see. All right, if you are on, feel free. Type in the chat box to let me know that you are here. Okay. So while we get ready to get started, I'm just going over here real quick and do this.
Oh, let me see if I see.
Okay, so I'm wondering, did I do something wrong? Because I'm on my page and I do not see it.
Yeah, same here. If I can see it, so I can see it.
What the heck? Yeah, I just went to my page and I do not see it, which is weird. It shows that I am live. View on Facebook.
Here, let me go to your page and see.
Yeah, I went to my page, but I do not see it.
No, I don't see it either.
But when I clicked on this other thing, it shows on my page as a live.
Really?
Well, I clicked from the thing on the platform that I'm on, and it shows that we're live, but
Yeah, I don't see it either.
So that's weird that it's not showing. Oh, geez, you got to be kidding me.
Oh,
Okay.
no, now.
We're on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, but I do not see you. Your screen is black.
Really? I'm on now. I should.
Okay. Well, it's a little delay. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
All righty. So hello to everyone. It's another Sunday. We're back on. Sorry for the technical difficulties we had at the beginning. That's why I keep asking for anyone that's techie every week. If you are a techie and you can help, reach out to me. I would love to have your skills because I'm not that techie of a person.
Eric, we can't hear you.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have Seno on today, and she's going to share some of her experiences with us, some obstacles she faced in life. Okay, sorry. Make sure you stay tuned in to the end. We always have a great time at the end, but I promise you, her story is definitely going to bless you. She's going to just share some of her life issues, life struggles with you guys. So many times in life, we have people that, they walk around with stuff on the inside of them. And I often wonder, when they get to the point that you actually have suicidal thoughts, you think about ending your life, you shut the world out, and I often wonder, you know, uh, what's going on in that person's mind when it gets to that point in life that they just feel like ending their life. What's going on in their minds when they just isolate themselves and shut out everybody. But at the same time, everybody has someone that they should be close to. So what is that person doing when they realize, hey, I haven't seen this person, I haven't spoken with this person, and you don't reach out to them. I try to be obedient in life. Anytime someone comes in my thoughts, I try to reach out to them. And if I'm close enough to them when I reach out to them, I can kind of feel in my spirit that they're going through something. And I try to go that extra mile to speak with them. But at the same time, it often comes a thought, what is going through that person's mind, when they get to that point. So I'm going to turn it over to Seno and let her speak with you guys and share some of her life struggles and experiences with you guys. So, make sure you stay on and listen. Share this, share the stream. That would be awesome as well if you can share the stream so people can click on your page and watch it. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Seno.
What up, everyone? I want to say, Eric, thank you for giving me this opportunity to come on here and share my life stories and struggles. First, let me give you a little background about myself. I have my parents migrated here from Tonga. If you guys don't know where that is, it's a little tiny island in the South Pacific. My dad is a preacher, or was a preacher. My mom held positions in the church. Not only that, I'm named after my dad's sister, who's a nun, and I'm the oldest. Growing up, I was legally blind at the age of 6 with cataracts. So growing up in the Tongan community, we have high standards for women. We have cultural standards for women in our culture. So, say for instance, my brother's kids, I would be a fahu over them, which I would be an honor to them. But as far as my life story growing up, my biggest fear was rejection. Biggest fear in life is rejection. So coming out, I don't know if you guys all know that I am an openly gay lesbian in the Tongan community. So here's a little story about my coming out. So 2016, I came out to my family. It was probably one of the toughest times of my life to come out to my family. Um, like I said, like my parents were highly Christians. Uh, when I came out to them, it was very difficult to the part where, I mean, they reacted any way a Christian family would react. That was my most, I mean, and things were said that, that I shouldn't repeat. It was just scary to me that, that the one thing that I had in my life was my family. As you guys all know, that family is everything to me. And with that, like, there, it wasn't like as far as a rejection. It was a rejection. Let's just put it that way. Um, my brothers were there for me, but my parents on the other side wasn't really there. Um, and after that, um, I was in a relationship at that time. Things wasn't going right in the relationship. Um, a lot of things, and then we just broke up. But like I said, like my biggest fear in life was rejection. Rejection, and the two things that I had in my life at that time were rejections, were rejecting me. So with that, I fell into deep depression, suicide thoughts, like to the point that I just wanted to drive my brand new 2016 Dodge Challenger into a pole somewhere. And all of that, I fell into like coping mechanisms like alcohol. Alcohol was basically a thing for me to numb the pain in my life. I was like Eric and Contessa speak about last week. It was a routine versus addiction. It became where drinking alcohol was a routine to numb the pain that became addiction. It became so addicting that after work I would drink myself to sleep, um, and then get up, go right up to work. And then there was parts where like I would just go out partying every night after work. Um, Basically, I just used alcohol. I'm not sure. I mean, it was an excuse for me to numb the pain from everything. I was using it as a basically to numb the pain from everything that I was feeling. And not only that, if you guys all know me, um, I was in the call center 24, basically 20 hours a day, working. It wasn't because it was money. It was basically for avoidance of things outside of that building. It was the once I left that building or those gates, it felt like pain all over again. And then and I became toxic to everyone around me. I was angry at everyone around me. I would get into huge argument with my parents, uh, all my loved ones, even including friends. I wasn't in the right state of mind during those times. And then come to think, you know, I had several close calls in life, um, where I was drinking myself to the point that I would black out. It was parts where I would drink myself of, not standing straight, and I would drive myself 40 to 45 minutes from wherever I was drinking home. And I would just wake up the next morning and figure out, like, how did I get here? Like, what happened? Did I run anyone over? You know what I mean? Did I kill anyone? And it just got to the point where I just had to sit down with myself and ask myself, is it worth it? Like, I'm using all this things to numb the pain, but at the same time, it was hurting people at the same time.
Mm.
It came to the part where I had to sit down and say, why am I trying to numb myself of the pain and causing people pain at the same time? Because at that point, it was causing my parents pain.
Right.
For them to like be worried, sick, because I would tell them, I'd come back in and tell them, I was out drinking, and they would sit me down and say, you could have killed someone. You need to stop. You need to straighten your life. An aspect of you need to refocus in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, 2019 came. I had to cut a lot of ties. Let's just put it that way. I had to cut everything that wasn't to my benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a benefit sort of way, but cut things that, caused me more harm than anything. So 2019, I became sober. So I don't drink. Um, and then 2020, last year was probably one of the biggest, toughest too, because 2020 put you in isolation. You know what I mean? When you become in isolation,
It's even harder.
you become harder. It becomes harder because you're faced with your inner demons.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Isolation makes you. It made like basically 2020 forced us to face our inner demons.
Definitely. Definitely.
And if you didn't sit down with yourself, meditate, prayer, a lot of prayer, you probably would have been lost.
Right.
Your soul would have been lost.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And then now here I am in 2021. I'm now a CEO of Talks Enterprise. If you guys don't know, but it gave me to the point where I had to forgive my parents for not loving me the right way. Understanding people's point of views, being yourself, and just basically forgiving everyone that hurted you, because at the same time, we don't know what they're dealing on their end. We
Right.
don't one side of the road. If you take time to like sit down with them and just ask them, like what happened, like even if they don't tell you, just be there, being a listening ear. Ask them, are you okay? Because there's a lot of things, there's people facing demons every single day.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm here now. I'm gonna build myself a billionaire company, but at the same time, I want to spread the word of mental health and suicide thoughts. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, great story. The demons that you spoke on, that's just, I'm glad, because when I listen at you, kind of tell your story, it doesn't seem like, it was long lived. You know, I'm glad that you grabbed a hold of it at an early point in your life,
Right.
and realized, because definitely, if you had kept pushing and going, the route and the pace that you were, more than likely, as you stated about driving 45 minutes home, you would either kill somebody or you would kill yourself.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That point of view right there. I mean, it had to humble myself. So much within that of me driving 45 minutes. I couldn't take in two people at that time. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So as far as how did you deal with the suicidal thoughts that you had? Did you just pretty much deal with it all on your own, or did you seek help from someone?
So with the suicide thoughts, I mean, and all that, I did, uh, you know, vent to a close friend of mine's. Um, you know, if it was like honestly, if it wasn't for her, I would have been 6 feet under. Let's just put it that way.
Uh-huh.
But she gave me other point of views, like to understanding people and the in my life purpose and
Yeah.
why things happen in my life the way that it did. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy because I read a lot, and when it talks about a lot of the stuff that talks about stuff that you went through, is like so many people never open their mouth and speak about those inner demons that they're facing on the inside. So many people walk around and they just keep it bottled up inside, and that's pretty much what happens. They just block the entire world out, and they don't try to deal with it. So I definitely commend you, for taking that step, and even after coming out to your family, you didn't let that break you. You still push forward, and because you could have took. I mean, especially coming from the religious background, and your entire family is spiritual. You could have definitely just shut everybody out,
Right.
because I know it. You looked at the hurt on their face when you shared it with them, but you also had remarkable pain on the inside of yourself. So you could have easily just went and just like totally shut down.
Right. Like I could understand where people like holds it in because when people hold it in, it's because they don't trust who's around them. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
They're afraid if they tell someone they could make a mockery of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If people don't understand that when you make a mockery, people are going through deeper things on the inside, and that can drive you to committing suicide.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
But not only that, I mean, like the two most Bible verses that I hold to myself is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And
Yeah.
then the second Bible verse is 2 Corinthians 5:7. For we walk by faith and not by sight.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
Like things around you don't look right. If things don't look around, just have faith that within Christ that everything will be good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And see, that second scripture that you quoted, is it's so hard because I get it. I get it. You have some people that they have walked around so long, with the weight of the world on their shoulders. And, they have people like myself and you and other people that say, keep the faith. It's going to get better. Keep the faith. It's going to get better. And it's like they get tired of hearing that, because every time someone like us say, keep the faith, it's going to get better. And then the next day they're faced with another obstacle. They're
Right.
faced with another obstacle, and they feel like they're all alone, and they just totally lose hope, and they just feel like, well, I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and there's no faith for me to grab. There's nothing for me to hold on to. So,
Right.
I get it, but at the same time, if they would just open their mouth and ask for help,
Right.
you know, that's the thing. You have to open your mouth and ask for help. because, and like some people, they have very few people that they interact with.
Right.
So that can be an issue because you have very few people that you interact with. You think that you don't really, you can't click with anyone. You're looking at this group of people like, well, I don't fit in with them. But then at the same time, you have some negative people over here that you don't want to deal with, And one of the things that I have learned, there are going to be two types of people, but most of the time, someone that's doing better than you that you think you don't fit in with, they will never criticize you and they will listen at everything you have to say.
Right.
And if they criticize you, it's going to be constructive criticism.
Right.
They'll never come down on you. Now, people that just have no type of in life and they're always negative, they're going to criticize you. But that's the people you need to stay away from. But I've never had suicidal thoughts, but I really, really believe that there is no way that if you speak to someone that people, even if I feel like, well, wow, I don't know how I can help her, but I know somebody that I can connect you with.
Right.
But I am going to check in with you and stay connected with you to make sure that you are, doing okay until I feel that, I see you, reconstructing and you're moving up. I see that smile on your face because it's going to be hard for you to wear a genuine smile if you're walking around, with suicidal thoughts.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, Miss Julie says your life was spared for a reason. That's definitely
Yep.
so true. Definitely was spared for a reason. Anytime God doesn't allow us to take our own life, and you have your inner thoughts open that you can hear him speaking to you and you listen for that him to give you that other push to move forward. That's
Right.
definitely God, and he's giving you another chance to rebuild something greater.
Yeah, amen to that. And then, like, not only that, like, it was really scary when out to Christian parents. You know what I mean? And when they had the reaction that they had, it was the part where, like, well, dang, like, I believe in God, but if God people is doing this, you know what I mean?
Right.
It
Oh,
makes it makes you put yourself far away from his teachings.
yeah. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely. Is there anyone else? Anybody have any questions out there that they want to ask? I'm looking in the chat box right now if someone have questions. Oh, there's my co-host.
Oh wow, Contessa.
Yeah, she's working today, so she left me by my lonesome. But let's see. All right, no questions. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, what is the story? I know that you have a brand. What's the story behind your brand?
So talks it's actually the initials for the 5 loved ones that um I confide in and made me happy during my troubled times, you know what I mean, in life.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um that's their initials. So I made it into a brand to speak since that they are, my loved ones, I just want to speak into the future for them.
Okay.
And by speaking to the future, then build them a brand so that, when they get older, I can branch these off to them so that they can be ownership.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So now, like, build them an empire so that they won't have to go through the things that I have to go through in life.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
Okay.
for financial freedom.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Leaving a legacy, leaving a legacy.
Right. And then our slogan, is let your presence talk.
Okay.
So in 2020, if you didn't learn anything in 2020 about presence, like people's presence, it was the most talked about thing in 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People were losing people left and right, family members. Even I lost family members left and right.
Right.
Let you know that your presence in people's life is more than gold and silver.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most powerful thing in this world is people's presence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then that's my brand.
Okay. Good deal. And that's the thing, recognizing and realizing the power of your presence.
Right.
And that's just the thing. I love that what you just said, how you summed it up, because it's not always about being empowered to be able to power the world. But if you can just power a few, then the love and joy that you have, that you display, is going to spread like wildfire.
Right.
With you just being genuine and just being yourself, you will bless others. And that's what it's all about.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. I see a question just popped up. That question may be for me. Cynthia Askiney says, "What would you say to encourage someone that has an addiction?"
Ooh, yeah, that's yours.
I would say, basically, if you haven't hit rock bottom, uh, it's actually going to take you to hit rock bottom in order for you to seek help.
Yep.
How do you know when you've hit rock bottom? Basically, when you pretty much done lost everything. You don't have a house, car, a job. You pretty much have lost relationship with your kids. If you have kids, your family don't really want to be around you. That's hitting rock bottom. And then basically, once you hit rock bottom, it takes you to open your mouth and say, like Miss Julie just said, Miss Julie said, get help. You have to open your mouth and say, I need help.
Right.
And from there, once you admit that you need help, then that's when, as that comedian say, help is on the way. You ask and they'll come like, like almost like a entourage coming to your defense.
Right.
They'll help you, but more than anything, you have to want it for yourself.
Right.
You have
Right.
to want it for yourself. I don't know how many people saw my post the other day that I posted that went with my book. When I got on that, when I got on that bus, I had $30 in my pocket. And I can't, by the time I made it to Arizona, I had, if you read the book, it's in there too. I had just enough money to call the person that was coming to get me, to give me a ride to that halfway house that was there. So it was just like crazy because my mom would want to send me money, but I wanted to show everybody I was going to do this on my own, So I got my job and, I ate the food that they fed me in this place that I was in and everything until I got a job and was able to do for myself. But I didn't want to ask nobody for nothing because that was like the first, I was always asking people for stuff, and they know what I wanted the money for. So, once I started showing people that I was trying to do this thing on my own, things started to fall in place. But, for the main thing with an addiction, you have to, the same way that you put your mind, your thoughts together to figure out how you was gonna get your high that day and the next day and the next day, the same way that you use your mind for that, you can use your mind once you make up in your mind that you want to rebuild your life and get away from that. It all comes into play because there are going to be people there to help you.
that's another reason I created this platform, for people that's still out there struggling. I'm trying, along with myself and the other people, I want to have people to be able to come on and, pour strength into these people. But not only those people, there are so many families that deal with children and sisters and parents that still drinking, drugging, depressed, low self-esteem. So we creating this because a lot of people that have relatives that go through these type of things, they don't know how to deal with them.
Right.
So basically, that's another reason for this platform, so we can pour into people like, you guys that's watching, to say, hey, I never knew that, but yeah, I'm gonna try this with my child. I'm gonna try this with my sister.
Right. So I've seen this quote, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. It says, make sure you are not the weapon formed against yourself that's causing you to not to prosper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like self-sabotage. Self-sabotage, like talking down on yourself, you know, like copinisms to numb pain. You know what I mean? Just like how you said.
Right. Yeah. Wow. And that's funny that you just said that. It's copinism to numb pain, because I just looked down at my co-host and she said, come on, they have to live it out. And when it's enough for them, then true changes come. And for supporters, you have to be okay if they never reach that point. For many, addiction came from being numb, so they are not feeling it anyway. Wow. You
Right.
two just said the same thing. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know who this Jeff Wallace is that just commented. I'm not sure what that's about, because I don't know Elaine, but okay. Any more questions out there? Okay. And for your brand, Seno, if someone wanted to, do you have a website or email? What do you have if someone wanted to like go and check out what you have?
As of right now, I have a website launching on April 16th. So keep that in mind. But we have a Facebook page under Talks Enterprise and Instagram page under Talks Enterprise, and you can just see everything that that we're about.
Okay. Got it. Perfect. All right. Still looking for questions. If anyone have any questions, anyone, somebody, anybody, no questions? Or anybody want to type in? Everybody that's on right now, type those names in so I can see who's actually streaming. Don't everybody go at once. Give that Instagram again, Seno.
Talks Enterprise.
Okay. All right. Let's go here. Let me help you out with that. There we go. That is her Instagram. Go and follow her. And that way you can see what she have to offer, and you can follow on Instagram until her website comes available. So you can definitely do that to support her. And All right. Well, I was asking people to type their names in the chat box. No one has done it. Real quick, while I'm going to wait to see if anyone typed their name. As I state every week, you can also go to my website, mylifestruction.com. We're doing that awesome book campaign, as I spoke of last week, that you can go on. We're trying to get enough donations to purchase 1,000 books and be able to go across the country to different facilities and be able to distribute those books so people can have my life structure book to read when they're in those facilities. No amount is too small. $5, $10. Excuse me. If you want to do 100 or 1,000, that would be greatly appreciated as well. But no amount is too small. $5, $2. You can go to that website that you show, mylifestruction.com. Click on book campaign in the menu bar and make a donation. And that would be greatly appreciated. Also, my book, if you haven't gotten it, you can get that as well on that website. Yeah, that is about it. And hey, so weirdly, it shows quite a few people online, but only 3 people have typed their name. So guess what? We're going to do a giveaway, and we just going to include those 3 people. I'm going to give y'all 10 seconds to type your name in. You got 10 seconds to type your name. If you don't type your name, you're going to lose out. All right. 5, 4, 3,
Uh-oh, get your names in there.
2, 1. All right. So if your name not in there, I can't put your name in there, Gail. It's sponsored by you. So this week's giveaway is sponsored by a Beautiful Chaos, which is the brand owned by Gail Carter. So here we go. If your name, hold on, let me go back and share the screen. Dun, dun. Share the screen. Share. There we go. You guys see that wheel? Can you guys see that wheel?
Yeah, it's on there.
All right. So here we go. Let's see who our winner is. Julie Martin.
Yay, Miss Julie.
All right. Congratulations, Miss Julie. You won the first week, but you wasn't on. So you didn't get your gift. But you did win today. So this is what you have won for today. As I stated, our prize is donated by Gail Carter. So you're going to get these leggings here, which you see you can dress down or you can work out with them. So send me your size. I already have your address. So send me your size and stuff, and she will get it shipped to you. Thanks again, Gail. This This week's prize is valued at $40, $40 giveaway, and it was sponsored by her. Definitely go to her website. It's on the bottom of the screen now. You can go to her website. She has some awesome apparel on her site. Very, very good quality. And another thing, I see online a lot, these celebrities, they wear, something by someone, and we are quick to go and purchase it. And then we have people that's in our own neighborhood, small business owners, and they have the same thing, better quality, and you will not spend a dime with these people. So I encourage us to start, supporting our brothers and sisters in the community that's, have their own brand and they're doing great stuff. That's how brands grow. They grow from us supporting them. So definitely go and check out her site. Other than that, I think we covered everything. Thanks again, Seno, for being available and being willing to share your story. She was so nervous, guys. We did a little test thing at the beginning, and she was sweating, and but you did great. Thanks again for sharing your story. Next week, I'm not sure if my co-host will be back because she's working on Sundays now. She's a flight attendant, so she was back in the air as of yesterday. Not sure if she'll be available, but it's going to be another great week next week. And guys, please, as I stated, share this. It's not all about the numbers, but I definitely want, people to see what we have to offer here, because it's definitely going to help and bless some people. So, definitely share it during the week once I list the flyer and once I show the flyer and show you the time and everything, which pretty much is always going to be Sunday, 6 p.m. But definitely share it with your people, and hopefully we can start getting some feedback from people that heard something that was said and they were moved by it and they applied it to their life. But other than that, love you guys. Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll hold it. What is this? Oh, okay. I was reading a comment. But yeah, love you guys. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Peace and blessings to you.